So quick breakdown. So we're in September now. I was going to prep for a show because, I'm paying for my Pro Card membership, so I felt like I'm wasting money if I don't compete. But I was definitely also pushing it and stretching it when really I needed to just have my body recover completely. So I feel like I'm in a good place now. I've been sort of dieting down, last few weeks of the summer, trying to keep, somewhat of a unbloated physique. So, now Labor Day weekend is over. So my plan is to slowly increase my calories, maybe like every 2 weeks or so. Try to stay relatively lean. Like, I feel like now I'm like around 14% body fat, so 14, 15-ish. Oh, little adjustment. Little adjustment there. We'll see how that works out. So my plan, slowly increase my calories, stay relatively lean. I think being 45 years old, my body is more susceptible to holding on to fat, you know what I mean? I gotta work hard every day, fixing my babies. So, I definitely need probably a little bit more body fat to keep myself energized throughout the day. But I don't know. Last year, dieting down that hard, shit was brutal. But only towards like the last 2 months. So, we're gonna ride it out. I'm starting around 1,800 calories right now. My protein is super high. Carbs and fats are pretty low for now. So I just started doing cardio again. But I really just want to focus on, really, recording videos. It's hard. It's hard to be consistent all the time. Just like right now in the gym, I'm still training hard, but, I'm also sort of flip-flopping between, like, tracking every single set and, I'm not as rigorous with it as I was last year. So I think, like, focusing on, making some content, making some videos just to also hold myself accountable. And I got a message from someone who was asking me to be a trainer at his gym, and I would fucking love to train people. This is what I love to do, regardless of whether I'm in contest prep or not. Like, I love training. I love going to the gym, and this is like my thing, and I've dedicated, I used to be like a normal person, like wake up at 7:30 and start work at 8. And then that's not working, so I need to wake up at 6. And then I started training early in the morning, so I was waking up at 5. And then during contest prep, I needed more time to squeeze stuff in, so I started waking up at 4. And now I'm down to 3:15. So my ass is up 3:15 in the morning, a little bit of quiet time, and then prepping all my meals, getting ready for the gym. So like I've slowly just started waking up earlier and earlier and earlier to, fulfill my fitness goals. Because this is what I love to do. So helping other people I feel like in the end, like, I don't know how long I'm going to be fixing cars for. I love doing that too. So it's very, it's very hard for me to just, like, I can't just quit one thing to start another. I would rather do both. So, I want to have some videos out there of, so what people can expect if I ever decide to, become a trainer. And, holding myself accountable and keeping track of, like, my progress right now is important for me. So that was the whole idea of getting back to having a mic. And there's a lot of trucks on the road right now. Getting back to filming some stuff. And really, like, the hardest part for me is editing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time to sit down and spend 2, 3, 4 hours editing videos. So, like, towards the end of last year, I was just like, whenever I stopped making videos, I was just filming and just putting it on YouTube. I wasn't even editing it. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit better. So we're going to the gym now, training the legs today. And also I wanted to sort of just like record some of my training because it's changed, like oh my God, what is this guy doing? My style of training has definitely changed, where I've learned to really slow things down and focus on, each individual rep, and it's helped me. Like, I feel like my chest has got better. I don't want to say my chest has grown because I don't know if it's grown, but I feel like it's got better, and my mind to muscle connection is better, and my arms are getting better, and my mind to muscle connection has gotten better there. So, it's all about progress. This is why I love the whole bodybuilding journey. Is like you never really get to a spot where you're like, yep, this is good, my body's perfect, and this is exactly how I want it to be for the rest of my life. It's always like constantly evolving and changing, and new ideas, new strategies, and I don't know. That's what keeps me. That's what keeps me in it. Like, I remember at the last shop that I worked at before I came to the shop I'm at now, is I told my boss, like, I need to do more. Like, I need to be challenged consistently, or like, at least over like the course of a period of time, where I feel like I'm learning more and doing more and getting better. And he wasn't willing to put me in a position where I could do that. And so I left, and now that move really, catapulted me into the spot where I'm at now, where I'm constantly like, at work now, I feel like I haven't mastered the art of collision repair. Like, I'm very good at it, and I work on strictly Audi. I do a lot of aluminum repairs, and I'm certified in that, but I'm still not perfect, and every job does not come out perfect. It comes out like, to everybody else, it looks great, But like to me, it's those minor details where like metal finishing my aluminum seams, and there's just certain things that like I'm consistently getting better, and I'm trying to get better all the time, and that's what keeps me wanting to do that. And it's the same thing with bodybuilding, where I haven't mastered it and I'm constantly getting better, and you know, it's like a roller coaster ride sometimes, but ultimately like I'm progressing further and further. And you know, that's probably why at some point I'll become a trainer or a coach or something like that, you know. So anyway, enough of that. That was a lot of blabbering. But so we're at the gym, training legs. Stay tuned. There'll be some good stuff. I mean, so I pretty much just spent a full week off resting, which I haven't done for a long ass time. So now it's my first week back training legs, so probably keep the volume pretty low. Probably stick with like two working sets. Nothing crazy. So that's the plan. And I think now the idea is focusing on I mean, it's definitely a little bit more of improvement for range of motion on this machine. I think that's mainly my biggest improvement this year will be my range of motion. Instead of, you know, loading up the bar to get the most weight and shortening my range of motion, it'd be like less weight, fuller range of motion. And hopefully that is the key to a little bit of growth. You know what I mean?
Secret to punch. Make a power whole body. Fit inside 1 inch. Yeah.
So we did what? 6 working sets, 2 hamstrings, 4 quad. Now we're gonna do leg press. So this was probably one of my biggest improvement exercises. The range of motion on leg press is super important. I only say this because I also used to do the same thing. Just put as many places as I can, move it down, move it up, regardless of like how far you're actually moving it. And if you think about it, like the range of motion that you're getting, I'm not saying that you can't grow from that, but really, I mean, if you're a power lifter, I see you doing it that way, but you know, if you're training for bodybuilding or hypertrophy, like that's not ideal. So I only know that because I also used to do the same thing. So now, less plates. I mean, I probably haven't put more than 4 or 5 plates on the leg press in probably 2 years now. So, less weight, really focus on that stretch, good contraction, and that's it. Keep it low, close. That's like the ideal rep for me anyway. Is to come down slow, really stretch, pause, blast out. So nice and slow coming down. Good stretch, pause, blast out. But I mean, I don't think my range of motion, mobility wise, was always that far. So, you know, it's improving. right. 140,400 miles on my baby. Anyway, so just wrapped up leg day. Nothing crazy today. So, because last week was a full rest week, I didn't train for 7 days in a row, which I haven't done for multiple years now. I mean, we didn't go on any vacations this year or last year, so I pretty much trained straight, no extended rest period. So last week I took a full rest week, getting back into the swing of things here. Plus I'm still in a calorie deficit, so energy level's not through the roof, I'll tell you that much, but pretty good. So I did basically 8 working sets, which may not sound like a lot, but it was probably like 15. No, it was probably like 12 sets, but really only like 8 working sets. So it's pretty good. Four exercises. I did lying leg curl. I don't know, Ultraflex doesn't really have, as much as I love that gym, the one piece of equipment that I haven't found yet that is sufficient is the seated leg curl. I don't know why. I can't find one that I actually like. The range of motion is like super short on all of them, or the machine is fucked up. So I don't know, we're gonna have to find something else. They do have a bunch of other good hamstring machines though, so it's not like there's no other options. I mean, at LA Fitness is basically lying leg curl, seated leg curl, and that's it. I mean, Ultraflex has, standing leg curl, seated, lying, multiple variations of all those, plus hip thrust machines. I mean, they have fucking everything over there. So, not that I'm complaining, but. So I did 2 solid working sets on the lying leg curl. Then I did 2 Smith machine squat sets. And then 2 leg extension working sets. And then 2 leg press working sets. So, not the craziest workout of all time. 15 minutes of cardio, pretty low calories overall, so I'm not gonna go crazy, but I feel good. I have pretty busy day ahead, so you realize that getting to the gym and doing a decent workout is better than saying, I don't really feel great, so I'm not going to do any workout. That's definitely not the mindset to have. The motivation comes and goes. Like sometimes I'm pumped when I get there. Sometimes I'm pumped, after I get there, like halfway through my workout. You know what I mean? So it's about showing up every day you're supposed to. That's really all it comes down to. Like my training isn't super intense right now. Like I'm not, promoting how great my training is, but like I'm showing up. The discipline is carrying me until I get to the point where I'm really pushing for growth. Right now I'm sort of in like a, I'd say like a maintenance phase. So I was basically dieting down for the last, 8 weeks or so, but also giving myself the leeway to eat freely, because it's the summertime. I have my kids, my wife, her family, my family. So like anytime that we're out, I eat. I'm not prepping for a show, so allowing myself the balance where I would eat, whatever we were doing and going on the weekends. So then my weekdays, I was super strict with very low carbs and doing it that way. So now summer is over, the kids are back to school, little man's in college. Wild times for me, If anybody knew or knows like where I came from and, what it took for me to get to where I'm at right now, not that like I'm bragging or anything. I'm not saying that like, I have this fucking extravagant life, but like for my children to be doing the things that they're doing, thinking of like what I was doing when I was that age, I mean, damn, fucking life is good, I'm blessed and I'm working hard and we're all working hard, and I mean, that's the name of the game, Like I don't feel like my social media or my YouTube content is going to like skyrocket me into like the next bracket when it comes to like money. You know what I mean? I do it because I love it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. If you're doing something that you love, you focus less on like how much money you're making. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. It is what it is. Like I'm going to work right now. I love doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I feel like I should be making a lot more money, but like, I make enough money, but we live comfortably for the most part. Everything's paid. We get to do the things that we want. So, I mean, I can't complain. You just got to get out there, do the things that are working for you, push yourself, a little bit further each time, and you never know where you're going to end up, I mean, my son's just starting college for engineering. Who's to say he won't be a nuclear engineer? I can't say that because it's possible, And when it comes down to doing the work, if you really put the work in, the benefits and the rewards will come. There's no saying that is a time frame on those rewards. I mean, who knows? You just keep working. And if they come, they come. And if they don't, you just keep working anyway. So that's the model for today, kids. Get out there, do the work, don't expect the rewards, and they'll probably come. So that's it. Stay tuned.